Hey folks, Lance Hocutt here with the Lance Hocutt Financial Group in beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope you are healthy and blessed. I wanted to talk with you today about three different things. The midterms from last week, we're going to look back. We're going to talk about CPI. We're also going to look at the things coming up for this week. And then I'm going to remind you about our December 6th special invite. So put those three things on your mind real quick and we'll go from there. So let's talk about last week, the midterms. The midterms seem to have provided a little something for everybody. At the time of today, it looks like the Republicans will have a slim majority in the House, while the Democrats should retain control of the Senate with 50 seats, plus the vice president's tie of a breaking vote if needed. This is not the red wave that the markets expected, and they subsequently sold off for the results due less to the outcome and really more that it was different than their expectations. However, markets have historically preferred a little bit of a balance of power between parties in the executive and the legislative branches, especially balance within Congress itself. And then you have the third year of the presidency. It's generally a strong indicator for markets. We will see how those dynamics play out on a field with decades high of CPI, Consumer Price Index, and an aggressive Federal Reserve. So now let's talk about a little bit of CPI. The October report came in materially below expectations, with headline Consumer Price Index coming in at 7.7 year over year versus the 7.9% expected, and core at 6.3 year over year versus the 6.5% expected. Folks, this is the lowest headline inflation report since the war in Ukraine started earlier this year. The market had expected a slight pullback in both, but the larger and slower pace of inflation sent the markets rocketing higher. The Fed will see the November CPI the same day that they start their final meeting of the year, and we would expect it to have an impact on their decision to slow the pace of hikes or continue the 75 basis point path that they're on currently. Let's talk about market reactions from last week. The equity markets were basically euphoric after the better than expected CPI report. The S&P 500 was up nearly 6% on the week, with growth outperforming value and those large and mid companies outperforming small caps. Every sector was positive with relief rallies in the most impacted sectors for this year, both the technology and telecom industries. International markets responded in kind, with only Brazil as the only major market to decline last week. Fixed income markets were also pleased with the potential for a less aggressive Fed, and subsequently yields fell on the longer end of the curve and spreads across most sectors narrowed a bit. And finally, crypto. Crypto continues to be challenged, especially with the news of the troubles at the exchange provider FTX, and that weighed in on those markets as well. So let's talk about the look ahead for this week. PPI, the Producer Price Index, often really provides us a preview of the prices for consumers, that's us, when the goods reach the shelves. Falling prices for producers should ease the pressure on us, consumers, which would continue the easing of inflationary impacts on the economy. This report that's coming out can serve to really confirm last week's softer CPI report, or it could actually contradict it and send the markets back down. The midterms. Y'all, election night has become election week, if not election month. We would expect news on the election weekly, really all the way through the Senate runoff that happens in Georgia in early December. Folks, I hope this helps you put things in perspective of what happened last week, what we're expecting this week. Let's go to our December 6th meeting. December 6th, I'm bringing in Reed Nito. It's been since 2019 since you've heard from somebody other than me. I know you're ready to hear from this guy. He is one of my good friends, a great speaker with First Trust Portfolios. He will be with us December 6th at 2 p.m. and again at 5 p.m. Tuscaloosa Amphitheater, Mercedes-Benz Club. I will have a link. You have to register to come. We need to document it so we can have stuff available for everybody. Want to make sure that you can hear from this wonderful friend of mine and get an idea of where the markets are headed and their predictions of what's going to happen for the rest of this year as well as going into next year. Folks, God bless you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Remember, this is not an offer to buy or sell securities. Please reach out to us if you need us. If you're clients, you've got our contacts. If not, you can reach us at lancehocutt.com. We would love to speak with you here in the future. God bless. We'll see you soon.